ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਬਵੇ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਲੀ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਬ ਦੀ ਧਮਕੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੂਚਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਵੇਰੇ 9 ਵਜੇ ਬੰਬ ਦੀ ਧਮਕੀ ਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਖਾਲੀ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਸੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਜੋਹਨ ਟੋਰੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂਚ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਖੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਟੋਰੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਵਧਾਨੀ ਵਰਤਣ ਦੀ ਅਪੀਲ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ।
About things they might do to soften or eliminate the blow from Bill 23. It's a devastating piece of legislation for cities around the country, including in particular Toronto, just because of our size. And I will stop at nothing to make sure that people understand that their cities that are already hard-pressed to carry out all the responsibilities they have are having money taken from their pockets and left in the pockets of developers when in fact it is us who have to build the sewers and build the libraries and build the community centres and build the transit to make sure that when you have these buildings, which we all want that, but when you have these buildings, they need to have services and supports, and they have to be paid for.
Mississauga is against this as well. Do you think that there is enough of a public relations battle that you're winning it? Is there more that you and other municipalities could do to team up to make sure that the public is actually engaged with what's going on?
Well, we have been trying, and we are still trying with diplomacy and persuasion to say that it's not fair to have money taken out of the pockets of municipalities and effectively left with developers, with no guarantee, by the way, that housing will be built or that prices will drop. No guarantee of that. So we're trying to convince the government of that message and convince them that if they think this is such a great policy, then they should be willing to make us whole for that. But if that isn't successful, I can assure you that there are many ways we have to engage the public, and that's exactly what we'll do.
And just one more. Do you think that there is still room to wiggle even though they have passed this today?
I do, because I think anybody would recognize that it just doesn't make sense to take municipalities which are hard-pressed financially already and to take municipalities that have responsibilities for building infrastructure like sewers and transit and libraries and so on, and to take money away from them with no guarantee that in return for that money being taken away that you get more housing. If the province thinks it's a good idea, then I don't even oppose it. But they should make the municipalities whole so that whatever it costs is money that's made up by the province in furtherance of their own policies.
And on youth violence, I know that you've just put out a statement. What more could the city do? Is this pressuring to get security back in schools, or where do you see this going?
We had an excellent discussion this morning, one of the first times involving the school board, the city, and the police service, and we've agreed, for example, to make sure that we have opportunities for people to come and take more advantage of the services that are offered, especially for kids and families. More exchange of information. Right now, the police, the city, and the school board often operate on their own. More cooperation between the governments on summer jobs, especially in the areas where we've seen some of this violence. And so I can just tell you that we're united. We're going to keep meeting. I've asked to have another meeting in a couple of weeks to update on progress, but we're very serious about making sure we take on violence, not just in schools, but in the community at large among young